Thanks, Toddy, and congratulations to Ken McIntosh. An outstanding game. Just before we look ahead to next week, a word about our Star of the Year contest, which you can take part in by matching.
The North Harbour Sea Eagles have been flying high lately. They have 2 lives in the playoffs. Many believe they won't need them. And after the best start in the competition, the Waikato Cougars had some mid-season hiccups. But as their opponents know, when in form, they are dangerous. If their forwards can get on a roll, they certainly have the backs out wide to provide the finishing touches. We could be in for a classic on Bluebird Kiwi League. And we kick off our coverage of the semi-finals at Carlaw Park. The first and only playoff set down for a Friday night under lights. And we have a shocking night for it weather-wise. It is raining. And, of course, that's going to make the ground very slippery indeed. Not a big crowd here, which is unfortunate. Not too many Aucklanders or Waikato fans prepared to brave the wet conditions on this Friday night. Hello, everyone. It is nice to be back from the Commonwealth Games, and I am looking forward to what should be a great semi-final series in the Lion Red Cup. Now, both of these teams finished in the top 3. That means they have 2 lives in the playoffs, and Kurt Sherlock is going to take a little bit of the pressure off them.
Yes, it's a good position for both these teams to be in, but I don't think we're going to see any let-up from either team. You know, both teams are going to want to win tonight's game and basically go all the way.
OK, well, who's going to win it, North Harbour or Waikato?
Well, I'm tending towards North Harbour. You know, they've had the wood on Waikato in the past few games, and quite frankly, I can't see them losing.
OK, we'll have more from Kurt Sherlock later on. Well, both of these teams have met twice in the competition. On the last occasion, North Harbour, well, they've won convincingly on both occasions. In Huntly, it was 24-9, and 3 weeks ago at Birkenhead, the Sea Eagles from North Harbour won by 25 points. Now this is Tucker. He ducked under a high one and got a beautiful ball out to his skipper. Tukari Bolo, where's the support? Martin Moana is there. And then into the sand pit they go. Well, here's a chance for North Harbour. Palaso picks up a loose ball and against the run of play. Muru, they drop it up. Nathan York, he leaves it behind. It's been picked up by Jason Kalima. They will not catch Stephen Johnson if he stays out of the mud and doesn't lose his footing. Is this the ball game? Well, it's certainly going to go a long way. They come at him, but no, Johnson, the speedster, is too fast. Waikato, pop it up. Tony Tatupu has the second ride. Loose forward, got enough speed. Yes, he has. Welsh at dummy half. Rapara. Cliffy Rapara back inside to Morrison. Morrison back to Gavin Welsh, and he gets it out now to the winger. Hamada. 35 points to 10. North Harbour downing Waikato. So the Sea Eagles are looking to make it 3 in a row. And with Brent Todd in Sydney for the semi-finals of the Winfield Cup, joining our team tonight is another former Kiwi prop, Peter Brown. Well, Peter, can Waikato bounce back?
Yeah, I don't think so, Greg. It's hard to go past North Harbour. I think, as everyone knows about semi-final football, that the forward clashes usually have a big bearing on the outcome, and it's hard to go past North Harbour because their forwards are playing so well at the moment.
OK, we'll have comments from Peter throughout the match as well. Well, before we check the 2 lineups, here is a reminder about the Lion Red Cup Kiwi League Star of the Year competition. Who will be the Lion Red Cup Kiwi League Star of the Year, to be named at the Grand Final luncheon in Auckland on September 23? Match our panel of experts' choice and you could win an Ansett Mystery Weekend, plus consolation prizes of a jersey of your choice or a football. Phone 0900 66444 to register your vote. Calls cost $1.59 per minute. Call anytime, day or night. Kids, remember to ask your parents first. 0900 66444 for the Lion Red Cup Kiwi League Star of the Year. Yes, remember, you can call any time, day or night, to register your vote. And some of the leading contenders will be in action in this of our first semi-final playoffs. Let's have a look at the 2 teams, starting with the North Harbour Sea Eagles. And at fullback it is Dane. The rest of the backs, Johnston, Tatupu, Kalima, Stewart, McIntosh and Tafai. The forwards, Fasuafoa, Dwayne Mann is the captain, Filippo, Vangana, Don Stewart and Palmer the loose forward. The coach is Graham Norton. So North Harbour at full strength and full of confidence. And up against them tonight, the Waikato Cougars. One surprise here, they've moved the loose forward Martin Moana into the number 4 jersey. It's Kupu, Kaiferi, Rishworth, Moana, Morrison, Dawson, Tucker, Hill, the captain is Barlow, Thompson, Leota, Welsh and Boyd, and the coach is Joe Gwynn. So stay with us on Bluebird Kiwi League, because after the break we will have the kickoff in this, the semi-final of the Lion Red Cup. It is North Harbour against Waikato. Inspirational leader for the Waikato Cougars. One of the star players, 12 tries in 94. And his opposite number and his opposing skipper, Dwayne Mann. Hasn't he been a fantastic leader for the Sea Eagles? The referee is Philip Houston from Auckland. The semi-final playoffs are underway on Bluebird Kiwi League. Tough eye. Quentin Dane, the fullback, on a slippery Carlaw Park surface. And I think we can expect some fireworks early on, Kurt Sherlock.
Yeah, I think so. Both these teams are going to really go at it in the first 5 minutes. A lot been read about Waikato in the papers during the week. A lot of their players are under injury cloud, but could be a bit of a diversion, and I think they're going to come out at...
Well, first touch of the ball for Vasua Foa. He got it away. Play on. Tough eye. Back inside it goes to big Joe Vangana.
Foa's one man that Waikato are going to have to watch tonight.
Well, and it's a first penalty for North Harbour. Quick tap. That's the loose forward, Glenn Palmer. They want to apply the pressure early on. Touched by Barlow. So another 6 coming up. And Dane taken high by Leota. The referee says it was legal. 25 metres out. McIntosh out to Farsor. Foa, the big man, steps off the left foot, but they crunch him over there. Well, Peter Brown's sideline, an electrifying start to the semi.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game, Cluggy. I think Waikato, their forwards have lost the battles on the 2 previous occasions, but they've got a lot to prove today, so you can expect a great forward clash.
Vangana. Big Joe looking for the support. He had the one arm free. They spin it now through McIntosh. There's the kick into the in goal over in the far corner, and it beats everybody. Into touch, in goal. We'll have a restart on the 20-metre mark. Oh, can they keep this pace up for 80 minutes? Big defence from Waikato. Let's have another look at it on the Bluebird replay. There's the kick from McIntosh over in the far corner. Beat both of those wingers. Now there is a penalty coming up here from the restart on the 20-metre mark. Filippo has been called out, the front rower for North Harbour. He took Francis Leota high. Let's have another look at it here. And number 10 is the man we're looking for, right over the top. Leota looks to be okay. An 89 tourist with you, Kurt.
Yeah, he's one of the hardest running forwards in the game, Frank Leota. He's just got to make sure his work rate's right up there tonight, because Waikato are going to really rely on his running.
Barlow takes the tap. Mike Thompson, who knows Carlaw Park pretty well. He played for Auckland last year before moving down to Waikato. There he is there, number 10, Mike Thompson, back inside to Boyd. Well, another penalty. And a quick tap from Boyd. 20 metres out from the Harbour line. 0-0 the score. Barlow down the blind to Boyd again. Out to Morrison. He has nowhere to go and he loses the ball. Well, they weren't really organised over on your side, Peter Brown.
Yeah, I'm just having a look at Gavin Hill, Clarkie, and he just doesn't look fit at all. He's limping to the scrum, and he just tried to limp up to take that last ball up. So I'm just wondering whether these players are fully fit.
Tough eye puts it in for North Harbour, takes it out. McIntosh. Susena, Kaulima. Not a great pass. Play on. Well, that's good Waikato defence. They're really applying the pressure. Tatupu, he is dangerous if he can get the step working. 20 metres out from the Harbour line. Lafayette, Filippo. Vangana. Well, he gives one of the Waikato defenders the heave-ho. Well, it is cold and wet in Auckland tonight, but I tell you what, that is not dampening the enthusiasm. The tempers are flaring. We said it was going to be pretty well fired up early on.
Yeah, a lot of work going into these tackles. Both teams coming off their line very quickly. Very aggressive defence.
Report coming in from the touch judge, and it will be Michael Thompson. He'll be called out and warned for Waikato. Now, Dwayne Mann being asked to talk to his troops. On the Bluebird replay, 13 is Boyd. He got the old no-nonsense shove, and here's 10 coming in high right around Vangata's jaw. Not surprisingly, the penalty goes to North Harbour, and that will just cool things down a little bit, but both teams will have to be careful not to overdo it.
Yeah, I think both these teams have been told by their coaches to go out and play at full pace, basically. There's been no let-off since the first whistle.
Off-hour. Richard Stewart. Good run by the winger. Filippo. Big defence there from the second rower, Welsh.
You can see why these Waikato forwards are having to go high. They're really going to have to kill the ball. The North Harbour forwards are already starting to get away. Good ball in the tackle.
Tapai. Long ball out to Quinton Dane. He could not hold on to it.
Well, that was a bit of a chance there.
The ball is very slippery. They want to play the expensive game, but I think they played the penalty there.
Long ball out. Had a man outside him.
One apiece in the handling errors. Aaron Tucker puts it in and takes it out. He was ranked the #2 halfback in New Zealand this year behind Aaron Whittaker. That's according to the national selectors. Tucker and Whittaker going on the development tour to Australia and playing for the New Zealand residents team. Michael Thompson. No, it's not. It's Gavin Hill, in fact. Right knee. Heavily strapped. And they need a fit Gavin Hill. Tucker. Touched by a Waikato, by a North Harbour player. It is another set of 6 on the way for Waikato. Morrison to play it. That's James Kupu up from fullback. Barlow at dummy half out to Beaumont Dawson, his first game back from injury. Boyd, double round, it goes astray. A real mess back there for Waikato, but knocked back. They got away with it.
Yeah, a little bit disorganised Waikato, but great defence from the North Harbour team. They all came up in a line, marked off man for man, and really put a lot of pressure on Waikato.
Mike Thompson holding his hand there.
Yeah, we see the little run around back to Beaumont Thompson, but behind the man. Waikato really lucky to get away with holding on to that ball in possession.
Well, Thompson caught a couple of studs in the hand.
Yeah, it's a bit of silly play here. Waikato player going to play the ball, and really no excuses for dropping that and to play the ball.
Gavin Hill, number 8. We'll get Peter Brown to keep a close eye on him because he is not looking 100% fit at the moment. But North Harbour spin it wide, and there's another mistake out wide. Knocked back. Part of the crowd disagreeing with that. No doubt Waikato fans.
Yeah, there's a fairly big Waikato contingent down here, I think, Clarkie. Making a hell of a racket.
Filippo to play it. He is 34 metres out from the Waikato line. 0-0 the score. Vangata. Tapai, when he took his eye off the ball there. Maybe Peter Brown, it is time to slow things down and play a little more conservatively.
Yeah, I agree with that, Clarkie. You know, Waikato are trying too many things in their own half. They've got to get the ball down into North Harbour's 22 and try and keep them down there. At this stage, not doing that.
Beaumont Dawson. Martin Moana, the loose forward, being moved out to the centres. Got through a half gap there.
Looking pretty sharp too. It'll be an interesting clash between him and Tutupu.
Boyd plays it almost on halfway. Thompson has to take the tackle of Cal Lima. Tucker. Dawson. Francis Leota on the angle run. The defence read it pretty well.
And that's where he's most dangerous, Francis Leota. Just a couple out wide running against the backs.
Beaumont Dawson, inside it goes to Paul Rishworth. Well, the support couldn't control it. And now North Harbour make a mess of it. Johnston cleans up back towards his own try line. Latham Tapai.
Yeah, it was an interesting play, actually, from Waikato. They are a team that will use the same move twice in a row in the off chance that someone won't be covering up on the inside, and it just about worked.
Well, another handling error. Timeout. And the Bluebird replay, the short pass out to Kenny McIntosh.
Just trying to do a little bit too much with it.
Handling errors creeping up. Well, this is a blow for North Harbour. Their very talented standoff. Kenny McIntosh being replaced.
It's one thing that North Harbour do have, though, and it's a pretty experienced reserve bench.
That is so important in the modern game of rugby league. Bluebird Kiwi League, 0-0 the score. Aaron Tucker. Well, there's another simple mistake in the wet. North Harbour come away with it. Richard Stewart. Fasuafoa. He lost it. The referee looked at the touch judge to confirm the knock-on. The rain continues to fall.
I think the coaches are going to have to get a message out to their players that they're going to have to play some safety-first football in their own half.
And North Harbour have had the best of the territory. Tackles in opposition half. Waikato leading that stat.
Tucker. Waikato players are starting to stand around a bit, looking a little bit disorganised there, Browning.
Yeah, Kurt, mate, you know, their forwards just can't handle the pace of the game at the moment, but I'm interested to see if they can exert some pressure on North Harbour now that North Harbour have made a mistake in their own half.
It's a bit unusual for Waikato. They have started reasonably quickly in past games and tended to fade a bit in the second half, and they're not looking particularly strong at the moment. Maybe some of those players are carrying some injury.
Yeah, I'd have to agree, mate. Gavin Hill's definitely not 100%, and I just don't see the value in having him out there.
Well, knock-ons all over the place on the far side. Morrison couldn't control the long pass. He made the initial mistake. North Harbour couldn't control it. Latham Tapai. Can't get away from his opposite. Aaron Tucker also in there. Gavin Welsh.
Fullback, the Waikato fullback's up very short in the line. Could be an opportunity for North Harbour to put a bit of a long ball down and use their quick man on the wing, Steve Johnson. Got no fullback at all at the moment.
Well, there's a replacement on there, Patrick Ellis, so he drops it, and there's another knock-on.
Yeah, I think North Harbour have got to get some mythology in their play, mate, because they just, you know, they should have kicked on that third tackle in instead of running it. They've got to get the ball into Waikato's half.
0-0 in the opening semi-final of the 94 Lion Red Cup Series. Good run by Boyd. He's come on in 94. Glenn Boyd, the New Zealand varsity's rep. Good toiler at the back of the scrum. Mike Thompson back to Tokiri Barlow. Nowhere to go for the skipper. Well, not surprisingly, Peter Brown, Waikato have made the change. Cliff Rapida is on there for Gavin Hill. His right knee is not the best.
No, he didn't even look fit when he ran out on the field, Clarky. So, you know, I just can't understand the logic of that playing him.
Well, Rishworth, as Waikato, give the ball a little bit of air out wide. Martin Moana, dummy half. There's the bomb. Holding up pretty well in goal. Dane is back there and he takes it. So we'll have a restart on the 20-metre mark. Quentin Dane, 20 years of age, from the Hibiscus Coast Rugby League.
You're well taken under pressure here, but it's good to see a little bit of variety come into Waikato's game. I think it's the first time that we've seen the ball go in the air.
We just had an update on Kenny McIntosh. He's just got a crook neck, and they're not too sure whether he'll be back onto the field.
So McIntosh off the field, receiving treatment, and Patrick Helliso on there for North Harbour. Cliff Rapida, number 14 for Waikato, on for Gavin Hill, and a good bustling run from Joe Vangana. Fasuafa got it out to his winger, Stewart. They keep it alive, back inside to Tony Tutupu. Try time, no, yes! He stopped dead in his tracks. I thought, has he made the wrong option there? No.
There were two big hit-ups from the North Harbour forwards on the blind side, did all the damage here. Arfa, ball out to Richard Stewart, and a nice inside pass. Tutupu slipped his man, got those big legs striding, bit of a shuffle, and Francis Leota on the try line, and he's in the corner.
Yeah, great skill from afar. This is one of the main reasons why Penrith wanted him, because he has the ability to unload the ball. But again, Tony Tutupu just jogging on the spot, and he's got that deceptive skill that he can get away from his marker, and he scored a great try in the corner. Francis Leota tried to get him there, but they just too quick around the mark.
Tony Tutupu, his 9th try for 1994. 25 years of age, a Warriors signing in 95. Quentin Dane from out wide with the attempted conversion. No, not a bad attempt, but it's waved away. So it is North Harbour with the first points on the board here at Carlaw Park after 18 minutes. 4-0, the Sea Eagles over the Cougars.
The fairy tale has shattered.
Bluebird Kiwi League, 4-0 North Harbour over Waikato, and there is a second try from the scrum. The halfback, Latham Tafai, caught the Waikato defence napping. 8 points to 0 now, the Sea Eagles.
Yeah, well, this is really an unforgivable error from Waikato to allow the halfback to score from the base of the scrum.
Yeah, the pace of the game has just caught up with Waikato at this stage. They got back well from that great break from Tony Tutupu, but they just haven't been able to sustain that.
So 5 tries so far in 94 for Latham Tafai. Latham Tafai, 23 years of age, one of the smallest men on the park, 75 kgs. So that's the distance for Helliso. Came on as a replacement for Kenny McIntosh to stand off. 61 points for the season so far for Heliso, but he's hooked it around to the right. It is no goal. So North Harbour, the Seagulls, lead by 8 points to 0 over the Waikato Cougars. 25 minutes gone in the first half. And that is the North Harbour bench. I would suggest that they should be smiling a little more than that. Michael Patterson got a good ball out to Patrick Heliso. He can't get away from Rishworth. And again, it is North Harbour on a roll. The Waikato defence taking a long time to get back. And that pass didn't help. It went behind Tupai. Now it is Dwayne Mann into open spaces. Nicely weighted, no, just a bit too big. And into touch or over the dead ball line, so we'll have a restart from the 20-metre mark.
Yeah, at this time of the game, a shot like that, it's worth the opportunity. Just a little bit heavily kicked. Something could have come of that. They could have got the ball back again.
Okay, and now there's going to be a penalty coming up to Waikato. Player's been sent to the blood bin, 13, Glenn Boyd. And Fasul Loa has been given a spell and the sin bin for 10 minutes. So North Harbour down to 12 men. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Let's have another look at it here on the Bluebird replay. Wow, yes, no mistake about that. High tackle.
It's just about getting onto a send-off offence with a swinging arm like that.
Okay, we have another replacement on the park, and that is 15, Nathan York in the headgear. Thompson, back to Barlow. York. Tucker. Hamopo, well taken by Moana out wide. He's asked to play the ball. Welsh. Moana, there's the bomb. Better pressure on the fullback back there, Heliso, but he takes it well and carried back in goal, so we'll have a goalmouth dropout. Good take by Patrick Heliso, and he's congratulated by his teammates.
Here it goes, second bomb up by Martin Moana. It's not a bad kick, but didn't quite give the opportunity for the chaser to attack the ball.
And it will be Heliso asked to restart from his goal now. Good bounce for Rishworth. Now the penalty goes to North Harbour. Well, that is just a basic error, and the Waikato coach, Joe Gwynn, will not be happy about that. Rishworth did not play it. 4 apiece. Filippo puts it down. Well, I know the conditions are terrible, and both sides just giving away too much possession. This is semi-final football.
It really is the type of game and the conditions where the weight of possession is going to win a game like this. Not all the fancy moves, because more often than not, you're not going to get away with it.
Well, there's another knock-on in there. The player had 2 or 3 defenders hanging off him, and he's trying to push the pass early in the tackle count. Peter Brown, it's hard to be too critical on a night like this where the conditions are terrible, but
yeah, but I think, Clarkie, you know, both sides have played the wrong sort of game, and I think both coaches will be very disappointed in the way they committed themselves in the first half. They should just be basically playing it in the opposition's half and making them make the errors and then taking advantage of it.
Two tries to nil, North Harbour. Joe Bungana. Good defence by the halfback out there. Aaron Tucker, he snuffed that ball out, wrapped it up, ball and all. There's a replacement. This is Michael Patterson. Don Stewart. At the end of the match, Kurt Sherlock will have his Bluebird man of the match, and really a tough one from what we've seen so far. Good bounce and into touch.
Yeah, it is. I think we're going to have to see a bit more action in the second half to work that one out at the moment. Dwayne Mann's had a little bit of a quiet game so far. That kick was spot on.
Eight 0 North Harbour over Waikato. Well, Waikato certainly aren't out of this match, but playing football like that will not help. Hamopo to play it. York.
Yeah, what they really don't want to do, and they didn't want to do, is give North Harbour possession. There's not much more time on the clock. North Harbour hand, and they stripped that out.
You might see it on this angle here. Well, they will not have time for the scrum. The half-time siren has sounded. So in the driving rain here at Carlaw Park, Dwayne Mann, the North Harbour skipper, leads his side back to the dressing rooms. He's having quite a bit to say there as well. 8 points to nil, 2 tries to nil. We'll be back in a moment with the second half on Bluebird Kiwi League. In Bluebird Kiwi League. Let's have a look at the stats from the first 40 here on Bluebird Kiwi League. Time of possession, well, North Harbour's dominated that, but territorially it's been Waikato. And down the bottom you see 23 mistakes with missed tackles and handling errors by Waikato compared to 11 from North Harbour. That's telling the difference. John Money in the crowd. Sitting beside him is Stephen Kearney. Dwayne Mann. Can his team hold on for another 40? Two tries to nil. Both teams have 2 lives in the semis. The winner of this match will go on to play the minor premiers, Counties Manukau, and the winner of that game goes straight through to the grand final, which will be played here at Carlaw Park on September 25. And the first penalty of the second half goes the way of Waikato. Ball stolen in the tackle.
Yeah, big hit from the North Harbour forwards. The ball was stripped out of his hands.
Well, Peter Brown, what do you think the messages were at half-time in the dressing room?
Yeah, well, basically, Joe Gwynn covered exactly what's gone wrong for Waikato in the first half. Poor security, playing out a good set of 6. And defence around the rucks has just been terrible. And having a talk with Graham Norton, he just basically said, we don't want to be one of those sides that win the first half and lose the second half. Let's go out there and dominate this game and play it in their half.
Knock back. Now it's Leota. Hamopo. Now this looked to be a high tackle according to some members in the crowd, but the referee says it was around the chest. Welsh, driven back. Good defence by Jason Kaulima. Barlow, long ball out to nobody, and Leota manages to clean up, but I think his arm may have been kicked there. Moana. Midfield bomb, but a good bounce for Steve Johnston. And he runs straight into a wall of defenders. Cliff Rapida there. Helliso. Dwayne Mann. Out to Johnston. Kaulima into Dwayne Mann. Where's the support? Back to Johnston. Tafai. Stewart to Tupu. Helliso. Wrapped up by Moana. 20 metres out from the Waikato line. Rafaeli, Filippo. Stewart. There was nowhere to go for the little man in there. Tough fight. Dwayne Mann. Shot at the drop goal. Not a good one, though. Dwayne Mann feeling that it came off a Waikato leg. The referee doesn't want anything of that.
Yeah, there were probably better options than this. Probably would have been better to spread the ball out wide and hold on to it.
Now it's Michael Thompson. Cliff Rapida.
Peter, one thing I have been impressed with during the game is North Harbour's straight line of defence. They're really coming up in a line and they aren't leaving too many gaps, but here's one.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you, Kurt. They're a great defensive side, but as you showed them, they can be broken up, and Francis Leota just changing the angles inside balls does create opportunities.
Yeah, I think that's what Waikato have got to do a little bit more. I think they're getting too much advantage.
Well, Francis Leota got away with a little knock on here that the touch judge or the referee didn't see. But there's a knock on that he spotted. We have another look at it on the Bluebird replay. Mopo and Cliffy Rapida.
Yeah.
Nathan Tafai taken by Leota. And Tucker. Dwayne Mann. Mistake by Vangana. Handling error is still way too high, 13 to 8. Number 13 having a spell. That's Glenn Palmer. Tucker puts it in, takes it out. Waikato looking for points. They're down by 8 points to 0. Moana, Boyd. Thompson. Waikato without Kiwi prop Gavin Hill. He started the match, but clearly wasn't 100% fit. Heavily strapped right knee giving him problems. Francis Leota, he looks to be joining the walking wounded as well. Martin Moana. They are going to need a big second half from Moana. Also, the halfback, Tucker. There's the kick over the top by the skipper, Barlow. The North Harbour read it pretty well.
Yeah, perhaps they might think about bringing Moana back inside a little bit more and getting a bit more of a work rate from him around the rucks. He doesn't seem to have had the impact that he's had in past games.
Yeah, we had Nathan York went back off at half-time, and Glenn Boyd come back in out of the blood bin.
Well, Waikato have had to do most of the tackling, 105 to 84. Rishworth back at fullback for Waikato now. Can't get away from the second rower, Don Stewart. Good chasing by the big man. Now it's Tucker. Gavin Welsh. Well, it's a good run by Francis Leota. You will get 80 minutes of football out of him, providing the injuries don't take over. He's been a bit of an inspiration tonight, Leota, trying to lift the Waikato Cougars. And now it is Martin Moana. No, it was Hamana. This is Boyd. Back to nobody. Harbour cleans up. They had men on the outside, but he elected to try and find the gap himself. Now it's Martin Moana. Holds the ball up. Just couldn't get a good pass away. And Johnston comes away with it for North Harbour.
Well, they seem to be doing this every time they get in North Harbour's half. They're letting them off the hook. They really just want to keep the pressure on. Even if they play the ball out on the tackle, put the ball in the end goal, get another set of 6.
The winger is not feeling too good, Steve Johnston, after that last tackle. Let's hope it's not serious. Now it is Don Stewart. Morrison. Put a foot into touch. This may give us a better look at it. Morrison getting close to the line. Well, look to be out. Ten minutes gone in the second half. Michael Patterson. Richard Stewart, almost on halfway. Jason Pelmata. Peter Brown. Pelmata's not a bad interchange sub to bring on.
Yeah, well, he definitely is, Clark. He runs straight and hard. He's got good defence, and I think he's the perfect player to bring on at this stage of the game because North Harbour are dropping off their intensity a bit, and they've got to pick that up right now if they're going to keep Waikato out.
Another handling error by Harbour this time.
We've got Kenny McIntosh gone on for Steve Johnson. Steve Johnson took a big hit to the head in that last tackle. I don't actually know how the ref missed it.
Well, that looked to be going the way of North Harbour. Looked to be one against the feed, but they just managed to bring it back in. Now, this is the Johnston injury over on the far side. And the player fell on top of him. So Kenny McIntosh, who took a pretty heavy knock earlier on, is back on the field as a replacement. Well, again, that is not great football. Players hanging it off him, and he's still trying to force the pass early on in the set of 6. And North Harbour say thank you very much. Penalty this time to North Harbour. It is as if Waikato want to use up their second life in the semis. Patrick Helliso on halfway, looking for touch on the far side. Penalties 5 apiece. It is not too late for Waikato to bounce back. But one just senses that North Harbour has their measure.
Yeah, they're certainly not giving away this game. You know, they're 2 tries down, but they're chasing everything. They're still playing with intensity, and they're still capable of making breaks if they can hold on to the ball.
Mistake on the far side, this time by North Harbour. Dwayne Mann calling the men on the inside, holding the ball up. But the support wasn't up to it.
The Waikato have made another sub. Number 15, Nathan York, on for number 14, Cliff Rapira. They're just running out of subs at this stage. They must have gone through their 6 already.
North Harbour, they have it by 8-0 over Waikato.
Well, I'd like to see North Harbour just sit in this 22 for 6 tackles, hit the line a couple of times, bring it back to blindside and see what they can do.
McIntosh. Tapai. Kalima back to Tapai. And now big Don Stewart getting close to the line. That one just about could seal it. That's the 3rd try for North Harbour. And it was a result of pressure. And that's what semi-final football is all about, how to apply the pressure. Kenny McIntosh telling the Waikato players to have a look at the scoreboard.
Well, this is what you can do when you hold the ball in the opposition's 22. Good ball back inside. Waikato players hadn't come off their mark, and Don Stewart big enough to crash over.
Yeah, Donald Stewart's just put the finishing touches on Waikato for tonight, I'd say. I think that just about wraps up the game, but he showed a lot of strength here, going through 2 or 3 tackles. But as Kurt said, they just didn't get up off the line.
So that's 3 tries to 0. Don Stewart represented Western Samoa this year, 27 years of age, 110 kg, one of the big men on the park. 8 tries. Well done, Don. Well, Waikato in a huddle, and they'd be a bit dejected now. This should be an easy conversion attempt for Latham Tafai. From right in front. And it's straight down the middle. Their first conversion tonight. The try scorer is happy. Why not? It may have sealed the match. 14 points to 0. North Harbour over Waikato.
Sunday on Country White Bank Grandstand.
Tucker with the restart. A reminder that we are at the Addington Showgrounds Sunday for the knockouts semi-final. The Canterbury Cardinals at home to Auckland City. Those teams do not get 2 lives. The loser on Sunday says goodbye to 94. Now, this is a mistake by North Harbour here from the kickoff. Just allowing that ball to go into touch. McIntosh and dummy half. Haliso up from fullback, relieving a bit of pressure for his forwards.
The North Harbour don't really have to fire the ball all around here. They're going to do that. But...
Big Joe Vangana got a good ball out to Basor Four and Dwayne Mann. The skipper backing up 20 metres out from his own line. Penalty to North Harbour. They will get another set of 6. They will keep the pressure on. They already lead by 14-0. Now with the tap. Out now to off 4. Filippo getting dangerously close, only 8 metres out. Man allowed to run, but he ran right into Glenn Boyd. McIntosh, Fasoafa'a. Just couldn't free his hands to get it out to the support. Totopo from dummy half. Just held up Final tackle on the way. Pressure on Waikato. They put it down, North Harbour, and the Cougars come away with it. If they do have a glimmer of hope, they just managed to hold on to it. Tucker.
Yeah, Waikato looked pretty shattered. That was a good break for them to get the ball back.
Now it's Aaron Tucker trying to find some meters up the middle. Leota brings Morrison, his winger, inside, but he throws it into a North Harbour player.
I'll tell you what, his forwards aren't going to be happy with that. His forwards need a rest.
Richard Stewart, the winger from North Harbour, giving his forwards a rest. Now it's Dwayne Mann. An inspirational again tonight, Mann. Showing his experience, really just being able to read the game.
Yeah, he's been a little bit quiet from a running point of view, but, you know, he certainly serves the ball up well. He puts the odd little kick in from dummy half when it's needed. And, yeah, it subtly controls the game.
Nathan Tafai allowed to have a run on his own. 30 metres out. Heliso up from fullback.
North Harbour look like they've just stepped up a little cog. I think they can sense that Waikato flagging. They really want to put the nail in the coffin here.
Kenny McIntosh, midfield bomb, putting some pressure on Rishworth. He takes it pretty well in the wet conditions, and that's good chasing by Cal Lima, and also back is Michael Patterson. Kaiferi had a quiet game tonight. George hasn't seen much action on that left wing. Tony Heminer plays it. Now it's Leota.
There goes Frank Leota again for about the 100th hit up.
Yes, Francis Leota can hold his head high. Thompson.
That's good pressure from the North Harbour forwards. Good defence. Holding their line. There's not a lot you can do with that sort of defence playing against you.
That's a final tackle. And this ball will fall for Waikato. The chase is on. Tafai is back there, and he did well. The halfback in cover.
Well, that just shows you what good can come from a bit of chasing. An ordinary kick, good chasing from the winger.
Pelmata. There's the kick from McIntosh. This time it's the Waikato halfback cleaning up. Aaron Tucker. Tony Heminer. That's a halfway mark. Nathan York to play it. Leota. He's been a real warrior tonight, Francis Leota. Homopo, back inside it goes to Moana, but they've wrapped the classy man up. Usually a loose forward playing at the centres tonight. Hasn't been able to penetrate. There's the kick straight into the arms of Morrison. Back it goes to Boyd. He puts it on the ground. Still going. It's like the World Cup in soccer. And that is something that Diego Maradona would probably be pretty pleased about. A bit of luck going their way. They needed it. And Waikato keep their hopes alive. Well, have a look at this kick off the side of the boot. Straight into the arms of Morrison. A line ball. The referee looked at his touch judge. They said, play on. There's another kick. And another. And another. On the Bluebird replay, try time.
Yeah, it's a great kick. They say Ricky Kostura can put a ball on a string, but look at this bloke. What a great kick. Great inside ball, but just persistence here for Waikato. Boyd done really well to get to that ball. It was a great try. They needed that.
Glenn Boyd, Waikato New Zealand varsity's rep, 26 years of age, and a second try for him, rather timely, giving his team another glimmer of hope. And the fans from Waikato pretty happy as well. Robo-Cop Boyd. This time it's Gavin Welsh. He has 50 points for the season, trying to add to that half-century. About 8 metres in from touch. And it's away to the left. No goal. Boyd's try unsuccessfully converted. 14 points to 4. League on One World of Sport. Paliso with the restart for North Harbour. The Waikato fans just lifting up their enthusiasm.
They're getting quite vocal here, trying to lift their team. There goes Frank Leota again.
A 10-point ball game with 15 minutes remaining. Peter Brown, one would suspect that North Harbour would have the legs on Waikato, judging by what we've seen so far, but it's marvellous just what a try like that can do.
Oh, it's definitely going to lift the side and just show with the way Francis Leota took that ball up, but he's been doing it all day. But another player, I think Aaron Tuckers, has been having an outstanding game. He's been in everything, but they just need to try and control the ball here and get down to North Harbour's 22 and see what happens from there.
Tucker, long ball out to Kaiperi. He can't get away from the North Harbour defence on the far side.
Yeah, well, not a lot's going to happen from a long ball with a long ball like that. The North Harbour players can see a ball like that coming a mile away.
Latham Tafai returning the football for North Harbour. Reminder, after the match, we will have our Bluebird man of the match. And Kurt Sherlock will come up with his player to receive, $300. Sunday, we are at the Addington Showgrounds for a 2:15 kickoff. That's the knockout semi-final. It's sudden death, Auckland City against the Canterbury Cardinals. Should be another good match. Two sides who showed some pretty good form throughout the season. At times, they look like capable of winning it. But now it is North Harbour throwing it around. Stewart gets it out to McIntosh. He's ankle tapped and he is held up 1 metre out. To Tupu from dummy half, over the top to Stewart. And Don Stewart gets his second try of this match. Maybe that has now wrapped it up for North Harbour. Points to 4, North Harbour over Waikato.
Well, I was going to say that the break that led up to this deserved a try, but here's Don Stewart again.
Yeah, pressure does it all the time, and great ball by Fasua Foa. Donald Stewart's just been jogging on the spot since he came on this game, and oh man, Kenny McIntosh just a bit unlucky there. Just held up short of the line, but good anticipation by Tony Tatapu and a great try there.
Yeah, Don Stewart, he's had the opportunity to lead North Harbour at times throughout the year. So 9 tries now for the 27-year-old. Well, after they gave themselves another glimmer of hope with the try to Glenn Boyd, the gap is now 14 points, and this should be another easy conversion. Latham Tafai. 1 from 1 so far. There's another 2 points, so they cracked the 20-point mark. Stewart's try converted by Tafai. 20 points to 4 on Bluebird Kiwi League.
Another couple of subs, Clarkie. Cliff Rapira's gone on for Nathan York for Waikato. And number 14, Ben McLean's gone on for Joe Vagana.
Not a bad replacement, Ben McLean from the Hibiscus Coast. He's been impressive. Basically made his mark when the New Zealand residents team were on their tour in Australia, and they had to bring him in. Holes around the ruck now. Here he is, Ben McLean, a fresh pair of legs. Welcome to the Carlaw Park rain. Man picks up Fasuafoa. Gets it back to Stewart, but no, this time they put it down. A turnover. Now another turnover. Well, a real comedy of errors there. And Waikato will get the feed into the scrum. Nathan Tafai appealing for the advantage there, but he wasted the advantage. 9 apiece, the scrums. Hamopo Moana. Tucker from dummy half, the little halfback. 30 metres out. Now it's Welsh.
Go,
20 out from the North Harbour line. Well, full credit to Waikato, they haven't stopped trying. Wrap it up. Talk about not taking a breather. Francis Leota has tried all night, but his teammates really haven't backed him up.
Yeah, not a good ball there from Frank, though. The pass was miles too hard to the man back on the inside. Hard to take a ball like that in the rain when it's slippery.
McLean. This is the third clash in the Line Red Cup for these sides. North Harbour won on 2 previous occasions, and on both of those occasions they were able to nullify the Waikato forward pack. And Peter Brown, I suggest to you that that's the case tonight as well.
Yeah, it's all over again for Waikato. I think they've got a lot of work to work on. I think the gamble of playing Gavin Hill unfit just didn't come off for them.
Tatupu got the ball out the back to Palmada, but it's a knock on. And I guess if you're leading by 16 points, you can afford to throw a speculator occasionally.
Yeah, I think the key to it, though, in North Harbour's play, I mean, great defence, but also they're running with a lot of support. They've got 2 and 3 men running with options all the time. Great run from Tatupu. Bit of an impossible pass to catch.
To get away, the cover was too good. Richard Stewart from the left wing got across. Moana back to Glenn Boyd. Welsh. York. Tucker, he started the movement. Now it's Tukari Barlow. Martin Moana. Play on. Moana, 8 metres out from the line. 20 points to 4. 10 minutes remaining. Leota, if a man deserves a try, it is Francis Leota. He is held up. Well, there will be a scrum 10 metres out. And Waikato will get the feed into the scrum.
Yeah, well, North Harbour are gone here. Good defence over the line.
They're taking plenty of time packing down the North Harbour forwards. Tukari Barlow with a smile on his face, even though his side is down by 16 points. Maybe he senses that they're not over and out of it yet. 16, Dean Hamopo. Long ball, Rishworth, Paul Rishworth, just trying to find a hole in that defence. It's not there for him. Barlow, inside, York. Rishworth, Welsh. Gavin Welsh! Their second try. And again, they say we are not out of this. Their loyal fans have got something else to cheer about. Is it enough, though? 20 points to 8. And Welsh will try and convert his own try from in front.
Well, I was going to say North Harbour were holding their line well. Turned the ball back well inside. Kept the ball alive. The ball came out to Welsh. A lot of skill in this. Spun around in the tackle and bumped off 2 defenders. Great try.
Yeah, great try by Gavin Walsh. This is the first time they've really put any pressure on North Harbour in their 22, and look what happens. You know, you can score tries, but you only score them if you put the opposition under pressure. Gavin Walsh done very well here. Great spin. Bad missed tackle from Donald Stewart. It's still a great try for Waikato.
Cougar magic. Well, we haven't seen too much of it tonight. Maybe they are about to explode. Now, here's a replay of the kick from right in front, and he made no mistake with that one, Gavin Welsh. So, 20 points to 10 now. Can they pull off what surely will be one of the biggest comebacks of the season? 20 points to 10. North Harbour, the Seagulls, over the Waikato Cougars. Francis Leota. Twenty out from his own line. Aaron Tucker. Nathan York, 40 out from his own line. There aren't too many options on the far side, but George Kaifere gets a rare look at the ball. Long ball, Cliff Rapida out wide, the front rower. Got a ball back to Rishworth. Inside to Harbour. Martin Moana. Waikato trying to come back from the dead. Homopo. Leota. Well, he was hit high, and the referee's going to penalise the North Harbour players, not for the shoulder charge, but they were inside the 10 metres. Now they can take 2 here, but that's not an option.
Yeah, Waikato really on a roll there. Great run from Frank Leota.
And out wide in the rain, they lose it. Martin Moana just couldn't control it. So the time runs out, and now North Harbour lose it, and Waikato get another opportunity. Barlow, 20 to 10. Another try here is going to make it very interesting indeed. Leota out wide, inside, but this time they put it down again. Hamina, that was an easy pass, really. He must have taken his eye off the ball at the wrong moment. McIntosh. North Harbour will just control the football now, slow it down, eat away some time. Filippo, 20 metres out. Stewart. 2 tries tonight for Don Stewart. Remember, at the conclusion of the match, we will have our Bluebird man of the match. Heliso. Straight into the arms of George Kaifere, former Waikato Rugby Union representative. Taken by Palmada and also Lucas. Well, that was sloppy play by Waikato. Boyd, oh, crunched by Filippo. Big defence. Tony Hamina. On the Bluebird replay, let's have another look at this. Boyd, and oh, he was voluntarily crunched into the turf. Long ball. A real speculator, and it's going to be a knock-on called. And North Harbour will get the ball into the scrum, and they'll be able to control it for another set of 6. (12-9) to Waikato in the scrum department. But the scoreboard is what counts. 20 points to 10. North Harbour over Waikato after the Seagulls led 8-0 at half-time. If North Harbour can hold on, and the indications are they will meet up with Counties Manukau in the major semi-final next weekend to see which team goes through to the grand final. For the loser, they will play the winner out of Sunday's clash between the Canterbury Cardinals and Auckland City. Dwayne Mann, numbers out wide. Mann, the skipper says thank you very much. That has sealed it down. 24 points to 10. Congratulations all round.
Yeah, classy side North Harbour, taken a lot of punishment in the last 10 minutes and shown the ability to come back and score straight away.
Yeah, Dwayne done the damage here. He read the play well. They were short on the blind. He just went for an easy try. But I think North Harbour come away from this game with a win, but I still think they'll be disappointed in the error weight and the way they played that first half.
And Dwayne Mann getting friendly with our cameraman as well. He's been a real inspiration all year. Kiwi hooker, 29 years of age, 32 points. It's nice to be able to smile in the driving rain. Disappointment for the Cougars. They have another life in the semi-finals. That's the distance and the angle for Latham Tafai. He's kicked a couple of easier conversions tonight. No. Away to the left. No goal. 24 points to 10. North Harbour over Waikato. Dwayne Mann, the try scorer. North Harbour have scored 5 tries to 2 now. Well, after that slow start to the season for North Harbour, they've been able to string plenty of wins together. They're finishing with a real flourish. Sign of a good team, just peaking at the right time.
Yeah, and Waikato really are falling away, and they're not going to find it easy, I don't think, next week against either Auckland or Canterbury.
Well, Peter Brown, his time is almost up. North Harbour, you see them going all the way?
Yeah, I think before the game, as we said, I think that they're the form side at the moment, but, you know, after this first half and the way they played in the second, obviously they've scored a few tries, but their control of the game just hasn't been up to scratch, and I think Manukau Counties will really test them next week.
And Waikato really need players like Gavin Hill to be fit. Hikimuru in the centres. His inclusion next week would be a timely one.
Yeah, I think the gamble that Joe Gwynn had with Gavin Hill really backfired on them. They obviously didn't have the depth, and you know, it just showed in the result today.
George Kaifere, the kick and the chase. But that's been the story of the night. The bounce, apart from the odd occasion, has favoured North Harbour. Full time. North Harbour through to the major semi-final next weekend, where they'll take on the minor premiers, Counties Manukau. Atrocious conditions at Carlaw Park. The centre stood up a lot better than people thought, but the ball was very slippery, so we had plenty of mistakes. But after leading 8-0 at half-time, the North Harbour Just Jeans Sea Eagles ran away with it. 24 points to 10. A 14-point ball game on Bluebird Kiwi League. Stay with us, we'll take a break, and after that we're back with our man of the match. Don't go away. Welcome back to Bluebird Kiwi League, and an impressive performance in the wet in the end by North Harbour the Seagulls. They won by 24-10. Don Stewart, that's one of his 2 tries here. Welcome back everybody. Our man of the match for Bluebird is Don Stewart, the second rower from the Just Jeans Seagulls. Don, tell us about the conditions out there. They look quite atrocious.
Well, we always knew it was going to be wet and slippery, so Graham said just play it on the forwards and keep it tight and eventually wear them down and points would come like they did.
Were you happy with the performance overall? Are you peaking at the right time?
I think we just got to cut down the error rate and, yeah, peaking at the right time. Good timing, I think.
What about the $6 million question? Will the Sea Eagles go all the way?
I think so, Greg.
OK, well, with that sort of confidence, here is your $300 cheque. You are our Bluebird man of the match. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Bluebird and One World of Sport and our sponsors, Just Jeans.
Good on you. Don Stewart, the second rower from the Sea Eagles. He is our man of the match. And now we can remind you about our competition. That is the Kiwi League Star of the Year. Just who will it be? We'll take a look at this, and this is how you can enter.
Who will be the Lion Red Cup Kiwi League Star of the Year, to be named at the Grand Final luncheon in Auckland on September 23? Match our panel of experts' choice and you could win an Ansett Mystery Weekend, plus consolation prizes of a jersey of your choice or a football. Phone 0900 66444 to register your vote. Calls cost $1.59 per minute. Call anytime, day or night. Kids, remember to ask your parents first. 0900 66444 for the Lion Red Cup Kiwi League Star of the Year.
Remember, you can call any time, day or night, for that competition. Well, let's look ahead to more semi-final action on Bluebird Kiwi League Sunday at the Addington Showgrounds, live from 2 o'clock in Countrywide Bank Grandstand. The Canterbury Cardinals up against the Auckland City Vulcans, and it is sudden death. That is at the Addington Showgrounds. We do hope you can get out there for that one, the kickoff just after 2 o'clock. Well, thank you for your company. It is a wet night in Auckland. The rain continues to pour, but North Harbour are all smiles. They won by 24-10 over Waikato. Waikato will now go on and have another life next week, but they look as if they need a bit of a miracle if they're going to make it all the way in 1994. Who knows? Time will tell. Thank you for your company, and it's farewell from all the One World of Sport League team.